Hi and welcome. It's Sally, your IELTS teacher at the West London Tuition Academy. And here's a little bite-sized lesson today where we're going to talk about how to pass your IELTS with good marks. That is the point. With those high marks, that mean that you can get into the university you want, you can pass the government exam for citizenship, etc. Lots and lots of reasons to pass the IELTS exam with good grades. So what are we going to look at today? Well, we are going to think about how to get those good scores in your IELTS writing. And one of the important ways is to use a range of grammatical structures. So let's think about this in a little more detail. To get a good score, the examiner must see a good range of structures. If you only use simple sentences, we'll talk about what those are in a minute, your score won't be higher than a band 4. So it's essential that you attempt a variety of structures. The examiner expects to see a range of compound and complex structures. So what does it all mean? Let's go into more detail with this. Here is the marking scores that the examiner follows when they are looking at the grammatical range and accuracy. I have chosen for us to look at band, let's go back. Where's that? Let me find my highlighter. We're going to look at band 5, 6, and 7. So if you get a band 5, it means that you've only used a limited range of structures. You've attempted complex structures, but these tend to be less accurate than simple sentences, and you may make frequent grammatical errors and punctuation. All right. 6, well, here you are using a mix of simple and complex. Again, there might be some grammatical errors, but they don't reduce communication. And for the 7, the really important score for a lot of universities, you use a variety of complex structures and you're producing frequent error-free sentences and, of course, good control of grammar and punctuation. All right, so that is the exact marking schedule that the examiner uses. So what does this mean? What is a simple sentence? Well, here's one. I ate fruit for my breakfast. This is a simple sentence because it contains just one independent clause. All right. Now, sentences like this should rarely or never appear if you want to get higher than a band 7. So they're simple sentences. You can use them if you're only aiming at a 5 or a 6, but for 7, you won't get the grades for that. Here's a compound sentence. I ate fruit for my breakfast and I enjoyed it very much. This is referred to as a compound sentence because it contains 2 independent clauses. There's the first clause and here's the second clause. Now, a compound sentence, let me just make myself a little smaller so we can see that sentence. There we are. A compound sentence is a sentence made up of 2 parts, and they're joined by a coordinating conjunction. For example, the sun rose and the birds started chirping. So we have the sun rose and the birds started chirping, and the conjunction here is and. Here's a complex sentence. So this is not a compound, this is a complex. I enjoyed the fruit which I ate for my breakfast very much. Now, this is a complex sentence as it contains a dependent clause. And here, the dependent clause is which I ate for my breakfast. It's dependent on the independent clause. Okay, so that is a complex sentence, and that is what you need to write to get the high grades. So let's see how we can do this, because a simple sentence can be converted into a complex sentence just by expanding a word or a phrase. Now, a complex sentence can be a noun clause, an adjective clause, or an adverb clause. So let's see how we can make this sentence into a complex sentence. He confessed his crime. It's a simple sentence. How can you make that into a complex sentence? Give it a go. Pause the video if you need more time. Come back and see if you got it right. Okay, let's see. We could say he confessed that he was guilty, or he confessed that he had committed a crime. So we've expanded the noun, his crime, into a noun clause, that he was guilty or that he had committed. Not so difficult, is it? Try this one. He brought his uncle's factory. Simple sentence. Give it a go. Try and make that into a complex sentence. Pause if you need to and come back and see if you got it right. Let's see. Okay. He brought the factory that belonged to his uncle. Again, the noun, we've expanded the noun phrase, his uncle's factory, into an adjective clause that belonged to his uncle. So well done if you got that right. Okay, let's combine two or more simple sentences to make a complex one. We're just going to use adverbial clauses. So these are conjunctions like if, since, than, because, unless, when, where, while, though, as, until, before, etc. So he succeeded, he worked hard. Try and make that into a complex sentence. Make that one complex sentence. Give it a go. Pause if you need to. Let's see the answer. He succeeded since he worked hard. Well done. What about this one? He is unwell. He cannot attend the office. Can we make that into one complex sentence? Remember, we're going to use these words here, these conjunctions here. Give it a go. Let's see. Did you get it right? As he is unwell, he cannot attend the office. One complex sentence. Try one more. We had this one before. Do you remember? The sun rose, the birds started chirping, sorry, chop, 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 chirping. Can you make that? Do you remember it from, we had it at the beginning of the lesson? When the sun rose, the birds started chirping. Well done, guys. You did it really well. Okay, well, good work. I hope that helped you just to think a little bit about complex sentences. You can make them. We can't use just simple sentences for high scores in our writing. So if you need help with your grammar, with your writing, and you want to get those high grades for IELTS, contact us. We would love for you to become our students online. Register using WhatsApp, email, and I'm going to have lots more lessons. So subscribe. Bye. See you everyone soon. See you soon. Thanks. Bye.